Meet Karyn Buxman, nurse, humorist, observer of the human condition. She's a CPAE, Speaker Hall of Fame member, a 20-year platform professional, and a force of nature on stage. Hire Karyn Buxman for your next meeting. She'll entertain, educate, and celebrate your audience. And oh yeah, she's freaking funny. Please welcome Karyn Buxman.
How many of you have ever found yourself saying, I remember when this profession used to be fun? Anybody ever in here say that? Or I remember when we used to laugh. I remember when we used to have a good time. It's a mindset. We can still be in that place. We can still go to fired up. I didn't ask for the headaches. I didn't ask for the cancer. I didn't ask for the Alzheimer's. I hadn't seen the divorce coming. All of these things, in retrospect, with a little time and a little perspective, that this is what got me through the tough times. This is what carries me through the rest of my life. And that this is the spark behind quality. This is about collaboration. This is what makes you good leaders. And that is this: to love with an amazed and amused heart, to think with an amazed and amused mind, and to live with an amazed and amused spirit. Humor, in my opinion, most humor comes from pain and discomfort. It might be yours. It might be somebody else's. It might be a little. It might be a lot. But humor tends to come from pain. We're not laughing about a great hair day. We're not laughing about a sexy figure. We're not laughing about having a lot of money. We're laughing about the things that make us twitch. I'm doing my charting, and then I hear a strange noise. And I look up, and in the window across from the nurse's station, I now see one of my cardiac patients standing beside his bed, and then, whew, he disappears from sight. Not a good feeling. So I jump out of my chair, I go running across the hallway, I throw open the door, and now, what happened over the next 60 seconds seemed to have lasted for about an hour. But I see that his entire floor is covered with greenish brown fluid. As I hydroplane across the fluid, I'm a new grad. I'm continuing to think positive thoughts. I'm thinking I'm going to slide across this fluid. I'm going to land on both feet, and I'm going to save the day. This did not happen. And as I'm going like this, going, hydroplaning, all of a sudden, whew, I fell on that floor so hard my head bounced off the linoleum. But being a good nurse, I immediately rolled over to assess my patient. He's trying to get up, and whoom, he falls again. I tried again. Whoom, he tries. Whoom, I try to get up. Whoom, he tries again. Whoom. How many of you are old enough to remember seeing Bambi on ice? He gives me this little wink and then says, "Oh, hon, it's not what you think." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, I was hoping to hide my tobacco juice before you made rounds. I know. But in your industry, when you're working for American, couldn't you benefit from being able to see things from a different perspective, seeing things with a little more creativity? And it is about perspective. People would rather do business with someone that they perceive as fun. Whether it's you as a person, whether it's you as a business, whether it's you as an organization. You want to grow your organization, you want to be perceived as having a sense of fun. But if you can purposefully, intentionally start putting more humor and fun into your life, it will change the quality of your life. If you start asking your staff and employees to do the same, it will change the quality of their life. So all through the day shift, evening shift, night shift, anyone who came on the unit 24/7 heard, "Irene? Irene? Are you there? Irene?" Now, most of you know that this is background noise. You've all had this happen, that you tune it out, but that occasionally it has a cumulative effect. Then comes on the head nurse. She walked over to the next empty patient room, picked up the phone, dialed the nurse's station. The nurse says, "Yeah, this is ICU, Mary, how can I help you?" She said, "This Mrs. Irene. Has my sister been asking for me? When it's humor just for itself, it's entertainment. What it's really about is connection. This is a serious business strategy, but it's about the connection. When you connect humor to health, this is therapeutic. When you connect humor to education, it's enlightenment. And when you connect humor to business, it's profitable. I lean back and close my eyes, and I'm immediately in the zone. And then I hear the flight attendant say, "All right, everybody, listen up. There may be 50 ways to leave your lover, but there's only 4 ways to leave this plane." She's got my attention. We're drawn to the healthcare industry by our personality. And it's called the type E personality, the person who tries to be everything for everybody. Finally, at the end of an extremely long evening, she heads for home, makes sure the baths and homework is done, one more run around the house for any more dishes or laundry, and finally, at the end of an extremely long day, she makes her way to her room and she collapses on her bed, absolutely exhausted. And then her husband rolls over. Big smile on his face. Always the optimist. Says something romantic like, "Feeling lucky?"